Greetings, Mason Storm here. Today we're making ourselves some sort of ginger beef meal. I had a couple ingredients that were going to spoil, so I ended up having to throw them in as well. Guess what they were? A couple cloves of garlic crushed, some ginger that I ran through the crusher as well, half a cup of soy sauce, beans, Brussels sprouts, sliced carrots, chunks of onion, my beef, and beef broth. To begin with, we're going to start with our beef. Now, I just got this at the local grocery store. I probably should have got something smaller. This thing was kind of massive, but I think I was hungry when I bought it, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to cut this into fine strips, or thin slices, I should say, because they didn't turn into fine strips. And they weren't that thin either. I don't know what I was doing. Probably should have cooked it, cut it, and then cooked it more. But here we are. Ginger was the next thing that I had to prepare. Now, I'm just going to demonstrate quickly. You use the back side of a spoon to get the skin off of the ginger, and then I just kind of cut it into smaller pieces and then ran it through the press. The garlic press, which is now the ginger press. And it did a really good job of making a mess and making the ginger smaller, so that was fantastic. Okay, back to our main project here. So now we're simply going to get our crock pot. We're going to get our vegetables laid out on the bottom, put our beef on top, fill it up with our liquids, and then add our seasoning to the top. And then we're going to slow cook this thing for an incredibly long amount of time. Slow cooking Brussels sprouts is kind of ridiculous. It takes forever. So do it in the morning and you'll have supper the same day, hopefully. Now here we are hours and hours later. So I'm going to drain off some of this beef broth, some of the juices. There's just a lot of flavor in them. And I'm going to transfer them over to a saucepan. Now because he has been sitting in the saucepan here for a few minutes, it's cooled off a little bit. So it's not like super hot liquid. Because this, what I'm about to do would be impossible if it was super hot. Well, there's techniques around that, but that's neither here nor there. So what I'm going to do now is add a little bit of flour, and then I'm going to increase the temperature of the saucepan while continuously stirring. And this is going to create a fabulous, flavorful, fantastic, super amazing, awesome gravy. And it's just great. So just keep stirring it, and eventually it'll all heat up and thicken up. And once it's all good to go, we simply pour it on top and we're able to eat our meal, which is just great. So let me know what your thoughts of this are below. And until next time, stay awesome.